Hello, welcome to another video. Today I have an Anker PowerPort 3 Nano. This is another 20 watt power adapter from Anker, and I'm curious how it's going to differ from the last 20 watt power adapter. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Easy open box. Tiny power adapter. It looks like it's the same power adapter. We have our spec sheet and our user manual instructions. Very similar to last time, this long format here. They give us our how you plug it in. What we care about here is the specifications on this side, which strangely enough are identical to what we just saw on the previous Anker device. PowerPort 3 Nano. It's got a different model number, but the overall specifications are the same. Made in Vietnam, this one, so that's a little different. Still see the TUV safety listing. Still has the Class 6 efficiency. It is different, but it's very similar. Very shiny surface on that. I'm curious how the power performance will be in this device, if it is actually any different than the other Anker devices. The packaging weighs 16 grams. The device itself weighs 29 grams. They're seeing about 0.16 watts. Nothing wrong with that. Let's take a look at the THD on this one. It's going to be bouncing around again because I think this is the same device. Let's go ahead and plug this in. We're going to expect that to jump up to about 250 or 240. Yep, exactly the same. Voltage THD is going to be the same. 0.08 watts, is that the guess? Oh, it's more. Interesting. So this device is maybe a little less efficient. Well, let's plug it in and check some overload conditions on it. We can go ahead and put a 2 watt load on it. See that. It's not too bad. Let's see if it can change load, change power while it's on. So this one can. This one changed up to the 9 volt condition. The other one did not let that happen. Let's go ahead and take this up to 10 watts. It's looking okay. Take it to 20. It's handling the 20 watt condition just fine. 21, 22, and it's off. So the overload condition is a little bit lower on this one. So 22 watts. Let's see if it recovers on its own. So just like the other device, this one has to be unplugged and plugged back in to recover from an overload condition. So this is a little bit different than some of the other devices we've seen. So just to prove that these aren't the same device, I have the other one here. You know, this one clearly states it's made in a different place and has a different model number. Yeah, as far as I can tell, these two adapters are identical. They are different heights though, but I think it's just this plastic shell. It's got a thicker plastic shell on this one. Looks like it's just got an extra plastic coating around it. Is that the only difference? Because this one did weigh a little bit more also. And I think that's the only difference. This just has an extra plastic shell around it for some reason. So it has this clear plastic on the outside, whereas this one doesn't. So as far as I can tell, that's the only difference between these two devices. They have the IQ3 thing on the side. This one doesn't say Anker on the side, but this one does. It says Anker on the back. They're made in different places, but overall, their performance is identical. So this device, the A2633, very similar, but not the same as the other Anker device. So the PowerPort 3 Nano is a very similar device, but not the same device as the Anker 511 Charger Nano Pro. Although I'm very suspicious that they are actually the exact same device. All right, well, I went through and did all the measurements on this device. The PowerPort 3 Nano actually performed a little bit worse than the Nano Pro. So this got an overall score of 84, so it's a little bit lower on the list, and in general, it had some issues. So basically this device had a little bit higher THD and a little bit lower power factor, so the power quality numbers are lower in general, except for at idle, where this is on the board with a 1. Still not good. So the 1 doesn't help it any, and then all the way up to that higher number, the max value that it got was only a 95, so it just didn't quite do as good. The efficiency was there. Achieving 88% efficiency in some of the middle numbers is great, but it just didn't seem to do anything with that in terms of achieving good power quality. So there's definitely some sacrifices that were made in this device. When comparing it to the other devices, you know, we can see that it's a little bit in the middle of the pack, basically. So this is kind of an average device. It is less expensive though. So compared to the Nano Pro, you are saving a little bit of money with this device, but probably not worth it. The Nano Pro is only a few dollars more and is actually a little bit of a better power quality device. They're both extremely similar though. When we look at it on a graph, we can see that the idle power consumption is extremely low, and this device just barely ekes above the other with a score of 1. When we look at it in terms of its overall value, you can see it's basically in the middle of the pack. It's not the best performer, it's not the worst performer. It's a solid average. So if you're interested in one of these, expect average. It's going to do the job, it's got a safety listing, it's not a bad device at all. It's just there are other options out there that are better than this one. Thanks for watching. There's a huge playlist for these videos, so if you want to see some more content like this, click the link somewhere. Thanks again, and bye.